you know that next Saturday is Pickleball Day in Canada? Yes, this fast-growing sport now has a national day in this country. It's everywhere. You talk to people about pickleball, and you know what? It's not just older people either. It's starting to be young people. It's become competitive. There are competitive pickleball players. So the growth of this sport is absolutely stunning. Kevin and I were out killing some time before seeing a movie at the Colisée Kirkland a couple of days back, and we saw a sign up that we hadn't seen before in the strip mall near the theater, MTL Pickleball. We thought, oh, that's interesting. I've been trying to talk Kevin to try and pickleball. That's the backstory, is I'm trying to convince him to give it a try. So we went in, we spoke to the very nice desk staff, we got the card to get the website, and who knew this is now a big enough phenomenon to support a business that provides pickleball courts on the West Island. We welcome to Montreal now the co-founder of MTL Pickleball, Ahmed Pazaj. Thanks very much for joining us on CJ80.
Thanks for having me, Trudy. A big fan.
Thank you. Tell us the backstory. How did you come to pickleball?
Me and my two partners, we started playing badminton, we played tennis, we played a lot of racket sports, and we were starting to get injured, and we're looking for something that would deliver those kind of the great excitement of playing racket sports, and we discovered pickleball, and very quickly we fell in love with the sport. We started the MTL Pickleball project, a few years back. Back then, there was no real indoor facilities, and we started to scramble in the winter time to find a place to play.
And I suppose it's not all that pleasant playing outdoors in summer either, when you're fighting the heat and you're fighting the mosquitoes and you're, just in general out in the sun. It's not very pleasant in some cases. So you just up and decided, well, the solution is to start a business. Exactly.
Yeah. And to your point, yes. And you were mentioning, higher level play. There's wind, there's rain, there's mosquitoes, there's a ton of factors. And when you start really getting into the sport, you want to play in optimal conditions.
What did you do before you became a pickleball business owner?
Massage therapy, sales. I've always been involved in sports. My wife is an athlete as well. She runs marathons. So it's been a part of me for a very long time.
What was that like, making that jump from being a big fan of the sport, playing the sport, loving the sport, having to chase court time all over the West Island, to saying, you know what, we could make this work as a business?
Yeah, well, every pickleball player has pain points. For me, one of the biggest pain points was having to chase the ball around or walking through other people's courts. All the conditions were never truly optimal, and we thought to ourselves, hey, we can really do something here and make a real home for ourselves, but for others that are like-minded.
And so when you set out designing your ideal pickleball operation, did you bring in those elements? Did you bring in elements that keep you from having to chase balls around, that, kept you out of other people's courts? How did you address that?
Yeah, well, a lot of it we learned along the way. We had some ideas as well. But yes, to answer your question, we did. We wanted really high ceilings, good lighting. So we got that done. We converted the old winners there that you were mentioning. So the space was good, but there was low ceiling, so we had to do a lot of that. And then when it came to accessorizing, for example, for those privacy fences that we have, like we're the first and only people to have thought of that. We said, hey, instead of putting in fencing or netting that people could get injured, let's put in something that's soft. So our privacy fences are kind of like a fabric. So you can kind of run into them. They're a little like elastic as well. So there's a small bounce back and it avoids injuries. So we put a lot of thought into these little things that we as players would definitely want. And they definitely keep the balls in the court most of the time. So that's also really good.
And I assume it's well air conditioned.
AC, heat, yeah, we're good on that. The good thing is that winners had that previously. That could have been a very, very costly renovation to do, but we were lucky on that end. That it was a lot of the stuff is really well equipped. We have a 2,200 square foot event space in the back that we're using. Like we repurposed the old warehouse there, and then we have upstairs as well that has like a kitchen, a conference room, and some other offices. So we were blessed with space, thank God.
When you opened, because it wasn't that long ago, just a matter of months that you opened, was there a feeling that you had really built something there?
Oh yeah. Every step of the way. I mean, we, that old saying, sweat, blood, and tears. You better believe it. I have 2 young kids at home. Countless nights of working 12 hours or whatnot, and then, the progress was great, but it took time for everything to take place. Like our final court surfaces that we received in June, prior people were playing on the old vinyl tiles, which were fine. But now, we've really built something. We're perfectioning it, and every day we try to make it better and better.
I've always admired entrepreneurs who are able to jump from what is essentially a hobby, even though it's a cherished hobby that you devoted a lot of time to a money-making option. Have you thought twice since then? Has there ever been a day so bad that you thought, oh, I never should have done this?
I mean, there's a reason why, there's people majority of people are not entrepreneurs, because there's a lot of that. There's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad, but, you have to take it day at a time. And, we always want results quick, but it doesn't always happen that way. But the progress is real, and every day we're getting towards our final kind of vision for the dream.
I noticed that there's an emphasis in your operation on young players. So I mentioned in my introduction that it's not just seniors playing pickleball anymore. This has become really a growing concern. Do you have any trouble convincing young people, listen, this is not your grandfather's pickleball. This is something that you can make really exciting?
Yeah, I mean, every day we see more and more young people in the facility. We do a lot of, initiations and things like that through our coaches. Definitely, it's the, statistically, it's the fastest growing demographics in pickleball. So we're seeing more and more of it. There's that old, thought that, it's only for old people. But the fact is, pickleball has a lot going for it right now. Like it's low impact. It's a smaller court. You have those under the waist serves and the kitchen, which is a no volley area. So that the sport is made in a way where beginners can enjoy it, young people can enjoy it, old people can enjoy it. You can be super competitive. It's easily learned but hardly mastered. That's what I always say. So it's got something for everybody. People start and then they get addicted and they want to master the sport.
You mentioned the court size. Would it be fair to say it's about the size of a badminton court? So it's a smaller court than tennis?
Oh, much smaller. It's only 20 feet by 44 feet. So it's very, very small compared to tennis. And that's, what makes it very fun and also like less impact. It's considered a low impact sport. So for the joints and things like that, it's easy, but like I said, it's hard. It can be really, really competitive and fun.
Do you think that there is growth in Montreal beyond your operation for other private pickleball operations? Is the sport expanding to that degree in Montreal?
I mean, I don't have enough to go on to answer that question fully. I can only base myself on the statistics and my personal experience with the sport, getting completely addicted. There's a lot of awareness, that's needed. We do lag behind the U.S. It is the fastest growing sport in North America. There's always more to do, but I do think that it's growing very fast. Look, pickleball's been around for decades. It was invented in the 60s, but it only really started getting popular in 2020. So it's one of those sports. I don't know what happened to it. It got forgotten, and now it's lost and found, as they say.
Yeah, taking off like a rocket. What does MTL Pickleball have planned for Canada's National Pickleball Day on Saturday?
So Saturday we got a whole day event. It's called Picklepalooza. We really want to invite everybody, whether you want to join or just check it out. It's going to start at 8:30. There's two sessions from 8:30 to 2:30, and then 2:30 to 8:30. So 6-hour sessions, and it's called Open Play. And that's another thing that's worth mentioning is the social aspect of pickleball is amazing. So 6 hours open play, which means that you pay $25 as a visitor, and you can play for up to 6 hours time. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be snacks. It's going to be a really fun event. And, after that, we have also the MILP, which is August 23rd, which is the biggest tournament in Canada that's ever taken place, with a $100,000 prize pool, U.S.
And you're
So
hosting
there's a lot
that?
going on.
You're hosting that?
We are hosting that as well. So there's a lot going on in August. It's a great time to, come check it out and learn and see. And even we say to people, when it's your first time you come, you try it out for free. For 30 minutes, we tell everybody, try it out for free. See what the hype is about, because a lot of people come in, they're like, what is this? What's going on? Why is it so popular? So I tell people, best for you to learn on your own. You try it out and you see where it goes.
Hamid, thanks very much for the interview. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Trudy. Have a good day.
You too. Hamid Pazaj, co-founder of MTL Pickleball, which, if you orient yourself in Kirkland, is kind of right near the Colisée Kirkland, the theater in that big strip mall there.